Hey everybody. It's not my usual one, but you know what? I tried streaming 3 or 4 times. My internet just won't let me do it right now. So, yeah, I'm just gonna play around. This is my other farm, and kind of grown quite a bit, but I've been playing this one here for 5 in-game years. This is the obviously FS25. Now, everything to the right. Maybe I should just fly around, I guess. Get out, stupid. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I had to buy this farm. I didn't want to, but I had started off with all the fields over here. Can I go like this? These, like you can see, like there's 3 fields here, 2 here, 2 here, 1 here. There's 2 here, you know, and over the time I've eliminated the road that was in between here, merged these 2 together, and extended this field, because this one is, I think, is only kind of like this, right? Same thing here. This one's got this big indent right here, right? So I plowed that in. I filled it in because it's actually a ravine there. I filled it in, plowed it, made it one, and then got rid of the road that's here. And I think, yeah, there's a road here too. Plowed them in. Same thing here. There's a little bridge that goes across. I'll show you. And yeah, the road kind of connects up here. So I blended that in. Same thing here. There should be a road here. I blended that in. Now, of course, buying all of this, I bought myself, right? And I own the Jack Daniels and the beer over here. But the only way to actually be able to blend these together without having the problem of you don't own this land or this road or blah blah blah, I did cheat in, and this is the only spot I cheated in. I bought this, which gives me all of the in-between lands, right? And then same thing down here. I bought this one, which again gives me all that in-between line. You can kind of see it here where the roads are, or where they were. Alright, and I extended this piece here. Alright, and extended that one, extended this one. Alright, so you can see that. And the only reason I cheated that in is so that, you know, I could do that. I don't remember, did I buy the one over here? I thought I needed to buy the one over here somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe that's the only 2. Just that one and this one up here. But either way, I did start this off by buying this little open lot, and everything you'll see is I bought, I worked for, I paid for, other than making the off-land mine just so I could do what I want to do, right? Otherwise, I bought every one of these properties. I bought, you know, the Jack Daniels and the beer here. And the reason I bought this farm here, is because I had a mod for corn dryers, because you need dry corn for the Jack Daniels. Well, I made all kinds of corn and blah blah blah, dried it all up, and yeah, it didn't recognize it. Must be the coating or something of it. It did not recognize it. I could sell it other places, but the Jack Daniels would not recognize it. So I had to sell all that corn, all that hard work of you know, making these fields and doing the corn and all that stuff. So I had to turn around, save up, and buy this farm here, right? And this is pretty much the way it is. I'll show you what I've added to it. But I had to buy, let me see, I had to buy that corn dryer. Well, I had to buy the farm to use that corn dryer right there. Kind of see it with the smoke going out, right? Whoa, man, that goes fast. I don't use flight mode very often. But yeah, I had to buy the farm for this corn dryer. Now, of course, there was a house there. I sold that off and flattened everything out. I couldn't get rid of the the walkway and the splitting stump, which would be right underneath that truck, and that little white dot is part of the walkway. So all I did was raise up the land a little bit so that it kind of went away, which is why you'll see that, you know, it is raised up here, because right under this truck is actually a splitting block there somewhere. I don't do anything with the sheep. I've added these two little silos here. One is for the mineral feed. This one is got nothing in it right now. Yeah, I was planning on doing something else. I don't use the chicken coop. You get the two cattle barns. You get one over there and one here, right? And you get these barns here. Of course, the house, the sheep, chickens. But anyways, yeah. So again, it looks a little different. This is the Judas Plains, by the way. And I've slowly gotten rid of things out of the front yards and stuff like that, deleted them out. I tried deleting the sheep barn. It lets you delete the sheep barn and some of the fences, but it won't let you get rid of the feed troughs in the back and everything, so I just kind of put it back. You know, I just said, screw it, leave it there. The silo is, the fermenting silo is there. I put down the manure. This one worked for a while, and then it quit working. It wouldn't freaking add manure to it anymore. So I've been sucking that one out. This one I put in, and it seems to be working now. So I don't know what changed. I did add dirt in this area here, underneath this manure bunker. All right. And yeah, just so I could kind of put that there. I got 500 beef cattle here, and then slowly they're getting close to being sold. Now I did clear all this up, and I don't even remember what the hell was here, if anything. But anyways, I've got the TMR like the TMR building here that makes the TMR. I've got a seed maker. I've got the solid fertilizer maker, which is where I'm using the manure, right? And then I take this solid fertilizer out of there and I put it in here with water, and I make liquid fertilizer. Now I know this one makes liquid too, but I can do a hell of a lot more with that one. Of course, this is just your storage and dryer and stuff for hay and everything else. And again, that's supposed to be a big ravine. Actually, I think most of this is probably a ravine, if I remember correctly. It kind of continues all the way down that way, but I filled it all in, raised it up, you know, so I could have this extra land. Now over here, I've gotten rid of all kinds of trees. There was a shed right there. That's why those things, dirt marks are there. There's a shed there. I got rid of that. I put a manure one here, but this one, as you can see, it started and it no longer works. And of course, you know, it won't let me put it on the inside. It won't, you know, you can't just put it in the middle of the yard. So I don't know. But anyways, there is no. There's only 250 full-grown cows over there. This has 500 beef cows But these are only like the heifers, the young ones. I think they're only about 4 months old right now. Some of them, half of them are 4 months. So when they get old enough and those ones are ready to sell, then I'll take and sell all them, put the ones that are old enough over to there, and then I'll have space to put another 250 here. But anyways, yeah, this here was part of the ravine too. So it started where these big trees are, and it kind of went all the way down and around that way. All right, so I've been slowly filling this in. I bought a rock crusher, or not a rock crusher, but the whatever the hell you want to call that thing. It supplies you with stones. But anyways, I got that. I got the conveyors and then the rock crusher for making the lime. So I'm making my own lime as well. Now I've got such a surplus of slurry because my manures weren't working. I've finally built one of these bioplants, so I put none of them in, right? Yeah. I bought that property over there. That one is grass, I think. I think one's grass, one's alfalfa. That one's the grass, so this one's the alfalfa. And again, that's for making mostly the silage and hay for the cows, the silage for the TMR, you know, and whatever else. These ones here, this is sorghum this time. I screwed up and I forgot to change my tractor. And this one is now, well, it says sorghum. Why does that say sorghum? Alright, soybeans. Yeah, I thought so. Those two fields over there are soybeans. This one's supposed to be sorghum and that one's supposed to be sorghum. And those are basically just for making money for the farm. Alright, but I planted those soybeans there, and I forgot to change the menu, and yeah, this one got planted as sorghum, or soybeans, sorry. Over here, I think this was just grass, because there's street signs there. But anyways, I've widened all the roads, and I can't get rid of these stupid signs. They always come back, so... this field here, these three fields that I blended together are barley. Now, barley, I basically take the barley, make my straw for the cows, you know, for the manure, which isn't working properly, and straw for the TMR, and then I fill the barley that's needed for the Jack Daniels and the barley that's for the beer, and I store whatever is left. I store half of it, and the rest goes for sale. The storage is enough to keep both of them full for a full season, and it gives me use some of the barley for the seed maker. Then if I bought a water tower because, well, I figured, you know, what the hell? There's a freaking river, in a sense, going through here and everything else. So I figured, hey, a water tower, I put pumps in it. Yeah, now I have my own water. I put this here for my fleet of rigs. I've got rigs everywhere. I'll show you that stuff after. But yes, this is soybean. And like I said, there used to be a road. And as you can see, there's still a sign right there. Stupid thing. And there's another one over there in the field. But yeah, there's supposed to be a road here. I left the bridge. I flattened out the dirt a little bit at each one because it was a severe, like, it goes from real high down to the bridge, like real sharp. So I flattened that out. I did put a goat barn here at one time, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. Why can I not go down? Can't go down or up. What the hell? Why can't I go up or down? Down, down, back, side, side. Yeah, no, we're good. You can look around. I can't go up or down. What the hell? But anyways, yeah, so I put goats here, and yeah, I just wasn't into it, so I got rid of them, and that's about it for that. So yeah, why can't I go up and down? What the hell's going on here? It's not flight mode off. I drop down, yeah. Right back in. Okay, flight mode on. Get out of here. Can I go up there? No. Anyways, so this is supposed to be just a complete empty lot. And yeah, I started off with my tent and bought a couple of pieces of land and just kind of kept expanding. So I've got the log house that I can go into. I've got a barn here. Now some stuff I've been selling off that I'm not using anymore, so some of these sheds and stuff are kind of empty. But this one is my planter and seeder only, you know, and each piece of equipment so far, well, almost every piece of equipment has its own tractor. You know, I tried one, you know, not enough horsepower, whatever, sold it, saved up, bought a better one, you know. So pretty much each piece of equipment has its own tractor. I did have like the hay bale, or yeah, the baler, tedder and stuff and that all over here, and these fields I don't really use them, obviously, because it's only corn and sorghum and stuff. So, but I've got my foliage wagon there, my fuel in here. I got my lime spreader, 2 plows. I did have other stuff in here. I was keeping big rigs in here at one time, and well, I kind of outgrew that, so this barn's getting a little empty. So now it's storage for, you know, my Jack Daniels and beer. So when best selling time is ready to go, I'll have it all. So normally, I've got one sprayer for the weeds, and the other sprayer is kind of out in the yard over there. But it parks in here as well. All right. I've got a swather and a combine here. So I got one of each. I can get them going at 2 different times. Obviously, that one seems more use, but hey. Over here I've got things like the mulcher, cultivator, weeder, you know, but again, everything's got its own tractors. Actually, oh, I know where it is. It's sitting over at the wash barn. I was going to say there's a tractor missing. It's got the rollers on it. That's the liquid fertilizer sprayer. And again, I got these ones. This has got seed, so I can fill this one up from the seed maker. My lime, same thing. Solid fertilizer, because I think it's a seeder. Yeah, the seeder uses solid fertilizer, but the planter uses liquid fertilizer. All right, so that's why I've got both here. I've got 2 big silos here. It's got 4 each, but one's got a silo extension on it. There's a big empty space right there, and that's because I had automatic bale storage barns, and they weren't working properly whatsoever. And again, once I kind of figured out that I was buying the Jack Daniels and beer, I pretty much got out of almost everything that causes bales, right? I know I still got the barley here, which, you know, you get your straw from, but again, that goes over to the cows, the TMR mixer and stuff like that. And once I know I have enough, the rest gets sold off. The hay and alfalfa, same thing. All the alfalfa goes into the fermenting silo, and whatever isn't used gets sold. Same thing with the hay. The hay is, you know, I store what I need, and for the season, rest gets sold. So I didn't need those 2 barns, and they weren't working anyway, so I got rid of them. The wash barn here, again, that's where the chemical sprayers go, right? I did put in the maintenance bars here so you can fix and maintain vehicles. I've got this one here with the rollers, just finished planting everything, so yeah, that's why he's dirty, but everything comes here first, gets washed, and then put away. Nothing goes away dirty unless, you know, I had to quit the game for some stupid reason, right? Over here are my runners. My runners, this truck here has this little contraption on the back. You basically kind of get in it and drive it. But you swing the pipe out and you can have 2 different products in it. Can I see? Right now it's got seed. I got to put solid fertilizer in it. And when a tractor is out in the field and kind of runs out of something, I can run out there with a pickup truck, because I do use a lot of the course play and the auto drive. And this yard is like insane. If you saw the auto drive tracking on this thing, it's nuts, right? But every course has its own auto drive and course play. But anyways, this one here, this one's red, so this is the herbicide. Blue wheels, that's the liquid fertilizer. Right? Alright. Why am I stalling out here? Must be ground level change. But anyways, yeah, so they can run out to the tractor. I don't have to take the tractor from the AI, bring it over here, fill them up, bring them back, try to put it in the same spot, and let them continue. They'll just sit there, they'll wait, I run the tractors out to them, fill them up, you know, and send them on their way, and I just come back here and top off my tanks instead. All right. As far as the rigs and stuff here, again, over time, I've slowly bought and trucks for everything. So I've got a strictly water truck, right, and that brings water over to, well, pretty much anything that needs water, mainly the Jack Daniels and the beer, but liquid fertilizer needs it as well. This is the truck I use for the Jack Daniels, hence the reason it's kind of a goldy black with gold, and a little bit of white pinstriping in there. It's hard to tell, but there is white pinstriping. And this is just a soft side trailer, so I just pick it up depending on when I need to pick it up. It either comes over here to my storage or it gets delivered to where it needs to go. This is a tri-belly dump, right? So it's got the 3 compartments with the three dumps in it, and most everything is Peterbilt. I think I do have the one Kenworth, which you'll see in a bit. But anyways, this one here is the stock trailer. Now this one is the modded one, because I think it's totally stupid that you can only take 6 cows at a time. So this one I think is 500 or 750, and I don't obviously fill it that much. I try to play a little realistic, but 6 cows at a time is not realistic. So yeah, I got this trailer. Let's see here, let's go up. Like I said, sorghum, this and that. Normally I drive everywhere. I'm just flying around so that you guys can see what's going on a little quicker. But anyways, yeah, so I've got the rake here. I've got another wagon here, forge wagon, and the tedder. All right, and again, everything's got its own, pretty much everything's got its own tractor or truck. This one here is Danger Red Propane. And why are you dirty? Well, oh man, I gotta wash that truck. You should not have been put away. But anyways, yeah. Normally, well, at first I was parking that truck in here, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, because I can use any one of these vehicles, and all I have to do is tell AI, park, I get out of it and the damn thing takes off and it parks itself. Just for a quick show of, wow, can I get into a vehicle? Probably not unless I gotta get out of this, don't I? Jay. Come on. Why are you not working? I bet you my keyboard is dying is what's wrong. So we'll just plug that in. Go like that. I'll just turn it off for now. There we go. Did that work? Yeah. So in the truck, let's see if I turn this on. You can see like they all have their park buttons, right? I mean, all these yards are insane. All right, I'll take you around after. I'm gonna show you some of it. So if you're kind of interested in that, that's that. Let's see. Now, I didn't add anything here. Like I said, just this one I have to wash. I wash it, but it's mainly used. I bring the silage and hay and TMR. I mean, it carries kind of everything, right? But again, I don't know why this one quit working. You know, so I got to empty it out, probably delete it and figure something out. These are all going. This is the fertilizer. Manure in there. Goddamn spy plane. Christ, he's always flying around. This one's actually full right now, 1,000 liters of liquid fertilizer and extra in it, ready to go. Seed. Why aren't you seeding? You are slowly, I guess. Says you're running. TMR mixer. 20,000 liters in there so far. Things are still going. Silage is slowly getting down there. And 305,000. The material's missing, so cows. Jump, stupid, jump. Slurry is getting full. The cows are. You have to check on them here soon. Yeah. Reproduction 30%. Okay. Yeah, so cows are doing pretty good. 100% health. They got food. They got straw. You know, everything's doing good. Slurry's getting high again. I'm gonna have to sell a bunch of that off, I think. Anyways, yeah, I got a grain truck here that kind of transfers. I use it to turn. It carries quite a bit, so what I do is when I've got this full of corn, I bring it over here, dump it into this one, right? Once that one's full and it's drying all the corn, empty the dry corn out of there, put it back in here for maneuvers later, right? Kind of an odd process, but whatever. Yeah, here's the tank. This is an end dump multi-fruit trailer. So, yeah, just kind of show you what some of the yard looks like. So, now I've had to draw all of this. It wasn't easy, wasn't fun, but control around helps. But I can go all the way around the field, so no matter where my tractors are for helping the combines, they can run wherever I want. Like I said, I mean, I can come here and I've got all kinds of stuff. Right, and I'm not even done with it. So depending on, you know, if they're most of this for the tractors, helping the combines, so I can tell them which field to go to, and they can sit and wait. And of course, they'll play. Once they get to the field, the auto drive kicks off, and it switches over to the course play and waits for the combine to call it. Once the trailer is full, then it goes back to the marker point, right? And when it reaches that, then it does whatever it's been told to do. In this case here, I emptied out my soybeans because they're at a nice high price right now. So I had it going from silo 2 to the farmer's market, which in most cases that's what I use, because the farmer's market is just over there, just beside the beer store, the beer manufacturer, right? So me sometimes going as far as I need to go to get $10 more, kind of stupid, because I'm going to spend that in fuel anyways, right? So anyways, yeah. So as you can see here, I've got two-way lines, I've got single-way lines. You can see there it says rake parking, forage wagon parking, you know, everything's got its own parking spot, right? I've got to do these big rigs. I think one of them's done. And again, I can go to any field. I can tell this truck to go to any field. Like say, if I say, hey, let's go, sell it to you, no. Yeah, I want to just go to deliver. So we're going to go to deliver. We're going to go to shop 1, which is the other one. Go. There you go, I'm not even driving it. Of course, AI automatically closes the cover. But yeah, I've had to do all of these inner lines. They've rolled my trucks a few times until I remembered, oh, I better tell them to slow down in the curves. So I dropped them all down to 70% speed at curve. So yeah, there's field 5249 and 55 is up here at the side, yeah. So 56 or 55 on the other side. Loop in from any different direction. They can go off the highways wherever that they need to go, depending on the shortest route. Yeah, 57, 53, 48 field, 55 and 42 are together, 63 and 62 are together. Look at this yard. It's insane. So I got one truck parked there, but I got to do the other. Now some of them actually do back in as well. Like my mower, I forgot to show you, I got the mower there, the nice mower. And he's just going to sit there because this guy's in the way. So if I get out, see, he's just going to sit there and wait. So if I go and move this, the shop 1 is right where he's parked at the moment. See, he shut the truck off. I started the tractor. He's going to start the truck. He's going to move the shop 1. Come on. There we go. I know I shouldn't have done it that way, but I am. Yeah, he just sat there and he's done. Right? But yeah, I can back my truck up. I can like all kinds of things. Combines are too difficult, so I didn't do that. And those tractors way in the back there, I didn't do them either because they're just too much of a pain in the ass. Yeah, all the silos, everything. I got to do those ones. But those ones, I don't even really need to do those ones just because, like, it's me that's running out to the tractors, and it's too hard to tell them to go fuel up or whatever the tractors. So park this guy here because I'm done doing my thing. How can you tell like black and blue, huh? I'm not sure why you're so far out. That's not the one I wanted. Sometimes it is a pain getting in some of these trucks, but I like things a certain way, that's all. So yeah, that's right now I think at the point that I'm at, yeah, everything's just slowly growing. I'm going to wait until next month to harvest those so I can get a better yield off of them. And, I don't know, you guys can leave some comments down below. I've tried, like, these have all been fertilized at the same time. They've all been limed at the same time, like, and yet seeded, and seeded. This one's seeded. This one's got a patch. I've tried spraying them again after rolling. They're not taking a second fertilizing. This got fertilized while it was being seeded. Actually, all of them have been. And yet this one only took half. So I don't know what the hell's going on. And no, I don't use precision farming. I find that such a pain in the ass. Yeah, but yeah, these are all like 50. So I'm going to let them grow for a little bit and see if I can spray them again and see what happens from there. None of them need lime. None of them need rolling. These are mulched. Yeah, so I have no idea. I don't know why it's doing that or why it's like that. So if you can let me know down below, I'd love to know. Definitely hit that subscribe button for me if you're liking these videos. Hit the like button. And if you don't want to miss out on anything, hit that bell notification. And make sure that all notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on anything. And if you want, this is only a temporary spot for my games until the other one is high enough and monetized. This one here, this channel is my scale modeling channel. I just throw stuff on here because it is monetized, but I also put them on the other channel, which is Blue Streak Gaming. So go check that out. I'll see if I'll have a link in the description, and if not, I'll try to put one there. Remember to put one there. But yeah, that's everything that's going on in this farm. So barley was planted at the end of last year. That's why it's in the condition that it's in already. And everything else, I mean, it is April, so everything else just got planted. You know, so that's why nothing is nothing is really growing yet. And so yeah, I haven't had to do too much logging really. This area is it was pretty much clear of any trees really. Thinned out some spots like around the edges of some of the fields and that, but when you get pissed off at these stupid signs, you break them free, right? Then you just let them drop, back up a little bit, pick them up, right? Hold the button down and go like this. Let's see, let's face this way and we'll go pwing. Piss me off. They always come back. I know I could probably try to figure out how to get the Giants editor and try to take the map in and edit it so that these signs are completely gone forever. But, you know, I don't want to screw something up and find out that, oops, half my game is screwed up. I don't know where that went. But anyways, yeah, there you go. That's what I think. Welcome to Canada. Even though Judith Plains is not in Canada, I know. But I'm pretending that it is. So yeah, New Brunswick flag, Canada flag, and I think I'm just gonna, let's see, it's 11, so yeah, I'm just gonna call the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little tour of my hard-worked farm, and it's just me basically, other than some AI stuff, but nobody else has been here to help, so did it from scratch, from nothing. So thank you very much for joining me, and hope you all have a great night, and we shall see you in the next video. I'm editing right now for episode 3 of yeah, hate the city, move to the country. So with all that, take care everybody, have fun.